So I bought a 3D printer. It's in a very big box. And one of the things I didn't realize about buying a 3D printer is that when they send it to you, you have to put it together yourself. Yeah. So I'd like to do that today. Take a look at this setup here, but it's really big. I can't even really do an unboxing because you'll only see half the box. Oh, look, boom. Anyway, let's. I'll put it down on the floor and we'll take a look at it piece by piece and see what's in there. All right. So first thing, manual. Nah, who needs the manual? Actually, I do because I need to put it together. Let's see. I bought I think it's Creality, I would say is how you say that. An Ender Neo 3 or Ender 3 Neo. Saw some reviews on it online on YouTube, and it was pretty highly recommended as a great starter 3D printer. Because have I ever 3D printed before? Absolutely not. Do I know what I'm going to 3D print? A few things, but nothing in general. So it was a really good deal, and got it on one of those Amazon Prime Day thingies. Nope, not all of it is English. Let's see, where does English go to? Nope, doesn't even go that far. Nope, not even that far. How far does English go? Eight pages. This is all other languages. This is the actual manual that you get. 8 pages. In fact, from 3 to 5 pages of actual information that isn't just a list of parts. So, well, let's hope that's enough to put it together. Ooh, stickers. Kids are going to want these. I'll have to hide them. I must say I'm feeling a little tiny bit intimidated by the amount of parts and the fact that I've only got 5 pages of instructions. So let's hope it goes well. So the one thing I have to say off the top is that I'm looking at this and it's missing the one piece of information that is crucial when you're putting together something like, IKEA furniture or whatever, is that the parts don't have a little sticker on them saying that this is part 12 or this is part 13, because I don't know what the identifying one is going to be. How do you identify which one's which? I'm assuming it's going to be placements of holes. But it would just be really nice if there was a little sticker on here that said 12, 13, and whatever part this happens to be. Okay, so more of the same frustration here. So I need to attach these to the base, and then of course it shows in the picture. It shows to use screw number 32. But when you go to the bag of screws, nothing's labeled bag number 32. Nothing's on here. So what you have to do is you have to go back to here and go, what's number 32? 32 is M5 by 45 hexagon socket head cap screws. Okay, so it's bag number 32 is M5 by 45. Then you got to come back to the bag of screws and look at the little tiny print that's on there to see M5. I don't even know if you can see that. M5 by 45. So why couldn't they just print a 32 on there? Make it easy to find. Let's see if we can get some more of this put together. I'll come back when I hit something else. I think one of the biggest complaints that I've got for this is, and I know I've been talking about the manual for a lot of it, and the baggy numbering and all that kind of thing, is how small the sheet is. If this was considerably bigger, like say it was a full, full 8x10, or a full sheet of paper size, it'd be a lot easier to see these diagrams and put things together a lot easier. So that would be another big suggestion, is that if you do have trouble seeing, and I'm not the youngest of people, that is a very small thing to use to try to put this together with. But now I'm being nitpicky and old manish, so let's just continue with the build. Alright, now we're going to install the extrusion kit. I've heard this is probably the most complicated part of the build. I got that from the impression from a couple of videos that I saw on putting this together that I watched prior to starting this. And I'm glad I did watch them, but those people I think worked with 3D printers have been working with them for a long time and had a lot of experience, because it looks super easy to them. I'm not saying this has been very hard, because it really hasn't, but it is very intimidating looking in the instructions to me. And I think partially comes again because they're so small, and it's really hard to make sure that you've got the right parts. All right, so I'm getting to the point where I can't really put this on screen anymore because of I really guess I need to work on a bigger place where I can do this stuff, because right now this is, well, of course I'm not really going to build 3D printers every day. So I finally got the extrusion motor, I think it is, onto the mounting bar. So finally got that done. So anyway, so that's on there, and I got the belt fed through, which there, I'll go down there. There we go. So that's all done. So now I'm supposed to put the extruder onto this bar, but the extruder is connected to the base. So needless to say, I don't have a lot of room to put this on camera. So let's see here if I can just move this forward and see. If this doesn't work, you may just have to take my word for it, and I'll come back and do like a jump cut and show you when I'm done. So that's where we're at right now. It's a 3D printer, partially. So the little cables are all marked with letters. So that's the Z-axis motor. So that's where that power cable plugs in. There's a little X there. And that goes up into here. There we go. Plugged in. This one is the E-axis motor. There's E. And then the last one is, if I can get it to focus, the other X-axis motor, which is in there. So, yeah, not going to film that one. That's going to be tough to film. Okay, all plugged in.
No problems. Well, it's easy when you're not holding a camera and you can have two hands. There we go. All built. My first 3D printer. So it wouldn't fit originally where I wanted it to, mostly because of the spool holder. I wanted to put it on a shelf over across from where we are right now, right there actually. But it won't fit, so I had to panically clean off the side of my desk, and it will now sit here. Which I guess kind of works because it's beside the computer, which you kind of need to run one of these things. So anyway, let's follow the rest of the steps and see if we can get it 3D printing. So on the flash drive they send you, they have a bunch of supplementary files, but they're in a RAR file. Why not a zip? Like, why are you making this extra difficult for people that don't know where to get 7-zip or WinRAR? Like, okay.
Well, finally got my first 3D print to work. Here he is, a little bunny. And I'll tell you, it was nothing but pain to get to this point. None of my prints were getting adhesion to the deck, to the build surface. And nothing I did made any difference. I ended up with about 7 prints that look, well, like this, but a lot worse because some of them I let go for a while, and there was a big rat's nest of plastic when I came down. So that's what they started ending up like. So tried everything I could. I tried cleaning it all the time with isopropyl alcohol. Didn't work. Well, it worked once. I got that guy. I tried using blue tape. Nope. Came right off. The only thing I didn't try was glue stick, and that's because I didn't have any, nor did I want to constantly smear my build surface on my 3D printer with glue in order to get it to just print properly. What I ended up doing was I spent a few more bucks and I bought a magnetic build surface with a flexible top so that you could take it off. And since then, I have been getting pretty darn good prints without changing any settings. So there is another bunny printed first time, no issues. I printed a whole bunch of little tiny gears that were for another project. Those printed fine without any changes to the stuff. Whereas before, I could never get that to print no matter how hard I tried. All I've been doing is washing down the surface with isopropyl alcohol after I'm done and printing the next piece. That's where I'm at. So my conclusion on the printer, not bad. It's easy to use if you get the files that you need. Like if you download pre-made 3D printing files. Their slicer program is pretty straightforward. There's really no hassle. But putting it together, the PDF document is way better than the printed manual. They have videos, but I was incredibly disappointed with their PDF, with their printed manual. It should be way easier. I shouldn't have to go online to put the physical thing together. It's like if I want to know more about the software or how that works, that's fine. That's what online's for. But when it comes to construction of the actual thing, could you imagine if IKEA made you go online to get better documents for putting it together? People wouldn't take that. They wouldn't accept that. But this seems to be the way it goes. So the printed manual, the PDF manual, okay, it had better stuff, but there was not a whole lot of information like answering questions like, why do you do this? It was just do this. Okay. All right. So anyway, printing's good now. Seems to be okay. Way better with this. So if you're gonna buy one of these Ender, like the Creality Ender 3s, I got the Ender 3 Neo. I would suggest spending the few extra bucks. This was on for $17 Canadian on Amazon. So, that's like $5 American. Just kidding. But yeah, like it's not that much more, and it will make your life a heck of a lot easier than dealing with the glass surface. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all I got to say about 3D printing. I'm glad I got it. I'm looking forward to printing some stuff. I have a couple of things that I want to do right away. And my one daughter is very impressed by the bunnies. So, that's a plus, I guess. Anyway, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time.